It's your boy Jibso and welcome back guys to another tutorial based video here on Hypixel Skyblock. Guys, I am so sorry it took me so long to get here, but this is going to be an updated version of the semi-AFKable vertical farms used on Hypixel Skyblock. You guys have been asking me to update that video constantly and literally everywhere. So finally, here we are and let's get into it. Now what I'm showing right here is the old design of the semi-AFKable farm, which was patched. This design used iron trapdoors and iron doors that would open and close every time you completed a layer and then needed to reopen it. And unfortunately that doesn't work anymore because there was a dupe that came out using trapdoors. So we've got to redesign. What I've got for you today is a super simple redesign that uses a fence gate. So basically you drop onto the layer, you're farming, and you move over and you step on the pressure plate, which closes the door as it should, and it opens the fence gate. So first off, I'm going to show you guys how to make this new design from scratch. Then after that, I'll show you how to make the new design from the old design, because I know a lot of you already have the old design built on your islands. And then at the end, we can talk about some other farm design options really quickly. Now, I feel like I should have probably explained this a little bit sooner, but this is how the farm works for those of you who don't know. Basically, you start at the top here, you farm across, then you drop down and teleport all the way back up. You then go across the second layer, drop down, teleport back up, and so on down until you go through every single layer, and then the redstone all resets and you start from the top again. So basically, you're able to hold down one movement button and one mouse button to farm through the entire thing over and over and over again. So with that being said, let's start building it. I'm going to be creating a small wheat version here today, but you guys can go ahead and basically copy this for any type of farm you want. We're going to start by placing all of the dirt, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 wide, and you're going to go for the length of the whole entire island here. You can either go layer by layer and carry them across like this, or you can connect a bunch of layers together and bring them all across, then run back through and break the connectors. Now you're also going to want to make sure that dirt is either 1 or 2 blocks away from the edge of your island, just so you have some working space there. But next we're going to come to the side of the dirt, and 1 block below each layer you're going to want to throw some stone brick, or I mean it could be more dirt, but another block. This block right here is going to be the one that you run across, so just make sure that it goes the length of the dirt and that you can stand on it and look straight into the crops. Then on the other side of the dirt, from where you just placed that line, you're going to want to create a little catching area at the bottom. This is just to catch the water that you're then going to place on the top layer to flow down throughout the farm. You might want to even create this other bumper to make sure the water flows properly. Then you can start tilling and planting with the basket of seeds. With a little lighting, your basic farm setup should be finished. It should be a vertical farm made up of layers going 4 blocks wide, each 2 blocks apart. And if you've got that, you're ready to move on to the redstone. In general, these 2 rows at the top are covering most of the materials that you're going to need for this. First off, I'm going to go ahead and grab some slabs. Now pick the side you want to do it on. I picked this side right here, so I placed a TP pad, which I'm going to TP onto. So at the very end, or a little bit past it or whatever, you're going to want 2 empty spaces, 2 blocks, one of them next to the TP pad to fall down so you can fall to the next layer and the next layer and so on. And the other one you're going to want empty because you're going to want to place a slab on the top part of it, just like so. You want your slab there and your iron doors on top of them, placed just like that, so that you can place the fence gate next to it, which you will need a little helper block to do. And then when you land and fall through the fence gate onto the next fence gate, you can move onto the layer like so. That slab gives you the extra headspace that you need because the fence gate is just so tall. Now you're going to want a block behind the fence gate and the iron door. However, the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can go from all layers. We can then drop a pressure plate 1 block away from each door. And then on the bottom layer, it's actually going to be even 1 block further away. Next, we're going to go for a piece of redstone and a torch behind those 2 blocks like so on every layer. And this is going to be a little annoying, but let's go for a block that's just like 1 under the layer that you're working with and a comparator facing towards the redstone torch. Then you can get rid of the helper block. And let's keep doing that all the way down. Then you've got the trickiest part, which is 2 droppers facing each other. Oh my god, sexy cape. Look at that. So you can throw one against the comparator and the other facing it. Also with the droppers, you're going to want to place 1 piece of cobblestone in one of them. It's going to be the far one if your redstone torch is lit up. You're going to throw 1 piece of cobble in there. But if your redstone torch is not lit up, you're going to want to throw it in the closer one. At this point, you're almost there because that is everything you need to get yourself down. But then when you're at the bottom, you need to reset it. So that's going to be this pressure plate right here. And you're going to do that by placing a redstone torch, a block on top of it, a redstone torch, a block on top of it, and so on. Redstone torch, block, redstone torch, block, torch, block, torch, block. And good stuff, your system is complete. Now you just want to touch up the fall down path on the other side by adding a bumper, so you hit that. Then when you go to the bottom, give yourself a block to land on and throw the second teleport pad, which you're going to use to teleport yourself back up to the other side of the farm. And if you throw a block on the other side of this, that would be ideal. But now you can just grab a hoe out, hop on 1.12 to get the big hitboxes, and jump on into the farm. You can go for really any speed around 120 to 130, but I'm just going to go for 130 for now. And you can use F3 to make sure you're facing precisely in the right direction. You can see there's a line that says facing south, and then at the end there are two numbers, one number slash another number. As long as that first number is exactly 0 or exactly 180, you will not be turning as you run sideways. So there you go. Just, hold down and run across. As you can see, when you step on that pressure plate, the door is going to close and the fence gate is going to open, so that next time when you go all the way through the whole entire farm and drop down at the end, then step on the teleport pad, you will be able to fall to the second layer without even doing anything, and you can keep farming. Just rinse and repeat that whole process of going through the farm over and over and over again. Then when you get to the very bottom and step on the pressure plate down there, the whole entire thing will reset, causing the doors to open and the fence gates to close again. That way, when you jump on that teleport pad for the last time, you just go ahead and start farming through the top layer again. It really is a beautiful farm with such low effort. It's insane. You also may want to know that one column, I guess you could call it, is only infinite if it's the full length of the island, the full width of the island, and on a fully upgraded island size island. If you're still on your starter size and want to make an infinite farm, you might have to create two different ones that are just connected through TP pads. Now, for those of you who already had the old version of the farm built and want to just change it over, it's a super simple adjustment. 2 quick steps. First off, you're going to want to break those doors because you're going to have to replace the block that they're standing on from a full block to just a slab. So you're going to want to go ahead and put a slab in those spots, and then you can place your iron doors back down as you had them. After making that quick adjustment, you can go ahead and break your trapdoors, because those are going to have to be replaced, of course, with your fence gates. And then once you've got that, you're good to go. You just step on the pressure plate again, and it closes the door and opens the fence gate, just like so. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Super easy because the rest of the redstone just keeps working the exact same way. Anyway, this is the end of the tutorial bit, and I really hope that everything I said made sense and you were able to follow it pretty easily. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the comments down below. But also, before I end it, I wanted to talk about some other farm ideas and options. My personal preference is this one right here. It's also a vertical farm, just without the redstone, so you farm all the way to one side, drop, and have to run back the other way. Then when you get to the other end, you drop and run back and forth and back and forth and back and forth till you make your way all the way down to the TP pad at the bottom and start running through it again. And it's actually a little more efficient than the redstone design. But the last farm I'm going to talk about is actually the most efficient, and that's going to be the spiral farms. It's going to look something a little bit like this, where you're actually walking in water, reaching out and punching the crop. This design is super efficient because when you get all the way to the corner, you're able to hit blocks and hit crops while you turn, so there's literally 0 time wasted. Here's a bit of a more open look at the farm design. As you can see, it just spirals in circles around the width of the island. While we're on the topic in this video of updated designs and such, we can talk about some other farming updates. Unfortunately, it is still not super insane, but you gotta do it to get that farming XP up, shoot for that level 60, increase that skill average and get more health. So basically, Netherwart got extremely screwed over as the price went from 3 per to 2 per, and really, I think the only other notable thing is that the strawberry dye is now obtainable by farming crops. It's a 1 in 150 million chance to drop, but it's a 60 million coin drop. So definitely worth keeping an eye out for it. But that is all I had for you guys today. Once again, I hope the tutorial was good and useful, and I'm sorry it took so long to get this out. Moving forward, though, I am heading into a quick farming challenge, which is going to be the next couple of videos you see on this channel. So I hope you guys stick around and enjoy that. But until then, have a good one, lads. Adios and goodbye.